told me, he says, you come out and tell me whatever you need. I'm going to put somebody in charge of just the jump. There's going to be one guy here the entire time you're here that's at your beckoning call.
Yeah.
And whatever you need to make this jump happen, I want you to do it safe. So this guy Manny, just a great guy. They built me a 900-foot runway. They put down stadium flooring, and initially what happened was they put down, they just plowed the road, and they were going to put down pavement, and they were trying to cut the cost on it a little bit because the pavement was going to be real expensive. And they showed me the stadium flooring, and when they first plowed it out, they were just rolling it down right over the rocks and everything. Stadium flooring follows the bumps and everything. I said,
sure.
I went over as they started doing it. I said, I can't hit that. I said, this bike has no suspension. I'm going to be doing 80 miles an hour. That thing's going to be smooth as pavement. And the guy says, oh, I don't know. I says, okay. Pick up my phone. I call Manny. I says, Manny, I says, it's not getting done right. I said, it's got to be smoother than shit. I'll take care of it. Right up there. That afternoon, they had the entire thing rolled out after they laid down sand. Smoothed it with a bulldozer so it was like silk. And then they rolled the flooring down on it. And it was great. But I'll tell you, when I went to go do the jump, they had told Evil that bike wasn't fast enough, and I had changed the gearing on it just a little bit. Because there wasn't room to go bigger with a sprocket in the front, and the back one, because it's a drum brake, you couldn't go any smaller with the sprocket.
Right.
So I made my speed runs. I had done it a couple of times, like a week before, and I had to be doing 80 when I hit the ramp, and I couldn't hit that bike over 75 miles an hour. I mean, wide open.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I went down the road with it, and we went out, and I had this guy, Dennis and Gene came out, they were mechanics, and they ended up the night before the jump, they ended up advancing the time in a couple of degrees, and they synced the carbs in. They said the carbs were out of whack. And I don't know, I don't know exactly what that means. I don't know if that's just, jetting or what it is, but they said they synced the carbs in, and they got it. So he says, ride it now and see what it's got. I took it for a ride down the road. I still didn't get the speed, but I didn't have enough room where I was doing it.
Right.
So the first time I got to get the thing out for a real test run was the day of the show, during the show.
He's on the approach. Looks like a drive-by. All right, let him hear you. Put your hands together. Give it up.
So I did the first speed run, and I come by the ramp.
Got a picture with my son?
Yeah, you gonna be here for a few minutes?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, let me finish the interview, I'll be over.
Thanks, man.
All right, man. And so anyways, I did the first speed run, I got 74 miles an hour. But I could feel it was pulling harder.
Right.
So I turned around. Now this was in the show, during the show. I turned around and I went back and I says to the guy at the end of the runway, I says, you got to clear these people back another 500 feet.
Yeah.
He says, what? I says, yeah, clear it back another 500 feet. I says, I'm not going fast enough. I can't get up speed.
I'm not going to make it.
I'm a dead man if
Right.
you don't do this. Get everybody back. He started screaming, everybody, move everybody back. Get out of the way, get out of the way. Got all the security, get over here, help me get these people back. So I went all the way back another 500 feet. And I just held it wide open all the way.
Yeah.
And there was one crossroad on my runway that I had to go across the road with it. And it was a little lump in it. And I got the bike up to 80 miles an hour, just holding it wide open, barely getting to 80. And I went across that thing. I took air and I landed. It was about 300 feet before the takeoff ramp. And when I looked down after I landed, just before the takeoff ramp, I was doing 78. I lost 2 miles an hour. I'm like, I started thinking, I says, I'm a freaking dead man. 78's not going to get me there. I said, it might get me onto the safety, but I'm dead. I'm dead. I just don't think I'm going to be able to get this. And then I had to go up the ramp and give the thumbs up to the crowd. And then turn around and go back. And when I went back, I turned around at the end, and I just looked up and I says, God, I think I'm coming to you.
Right.
I says, take care of me. And held it wide open and threw that clutch out, and I hauled ass. And I saw 81 miles an hour just before I hit that road. And when I landed off it, I saw 79, and then I held it wide open all the way. And when I went up that ramp, I took off, and when I saw that safety ramp go by, and I saw the landing ramp coming underneath me, the front end was up, and I was sideways. I knew I was going to make it to the other side. I just didn't know I was going to be able to hang on. And it looked smooth as heck on TV, but I've got a slow motion. It shows. Matter of fact, it's going to be on TV coming up. It's going to be on a 1 hour special that they've got coming up. It's going to be on TV in the area here. I'm going to find out what network it's going to be. And they've got a shot that's going to show you how hard it hit.
Really?
Yeah, it actually hit. It bounced, and then when it came down, it bounced again. And then as I came off the ramp, it bounced up, and you can see the bike going all squirrely and everything. But we hung on, and it was a new world record.
Hands, Bubba and Chip. Give it up. Back danger.
What's in your head while you're in the air, man? I mean, that's what's going through your head. Anything?
You know, it's funny. Everybody always asks that, but it's I don't know what you can compare it to. I've done it so many times that when I go to jump, when I get up in the air, I'm paying attention to everything that's going on up there.
So you're not even thinking, right? I mean,
There's no fear up there.
Right.
It's when your fear is just before you let that clutch out to take off, and especially on a jump like that one, because I'm telling you, I thought I was a dead man. I really did.
Right.
Because I'm 53 years old. If I was short and I went over the bars and that bike landed on me, I was dead.
Right.
It wasn't going to be injuries. I was a dead man. So I really thought that this was my chance God gave me, and if I didn't make it, I didn't make it.
so be it. You got to do your jump.
I was there to do a job, and
Right.
whether it was going to go good or bad, we were going to get it done. And it just ended up being the greatest thing I've ever been a part of.